another episode of In the Library of Graphic Literature with your host, Wallace Ryan.
Yay!
And your reluctant showgirl, Luna.
Yay! So, it's been a couple of weeks. That's because I had the flu, but I'm not going to talk about that, because I've done enough talking about that.
Yes. I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it.
It's like, oh, it's me, oh, pity me, oh.
There's only so much you can take, right?
Yes.
So we got 4 books this week.
This is the rebirth of Miracleman?
Yeah, Miracleman Omnibus. It's these are the stories, as it says in the credits, by the original writer, which is, of course, Alan Moore. And
We love Alan Moore.
yeah, and it's quite an unusual superhero story for sure. This guy comes back. They revived an old superhero, but basically he changed it so the superhero was, in fact, everything he'd known up to that point was a lie, and his whole life changed, and he realized that he was an artificial being, which is kind of a kick in the pants when you think you're doing one thing and your 2 pals who were superheroes with you were also artificially created beings made by some government bigwig for purposes I'll leave
Sounds like the Matrix.
too nefarious to mention. But great artwork, very weird story, but worth picking up. Now this volume has like a lot of sketches. Look, about half the book is just sketches and pages and stuff like that, which I guess they wanted to pad it out a bit, right? Make it look a little bit more fancy pants. But yeah, the story's great anyway. The Miracleman. There was some Neil Gaiman ones too, because he did the most recent revival of it. I do believe, right? Mm-hmm. And but this one's great. This is worth. I'm almost finished reading it actually, but what I've read so far, it's fabuloso, you might say. Okay.
And next up we have Steve Canyon, A Summer Wind.
From 1969 to 1970. And this one actually still in the wrapper, so I get to unwrap it here. And people, I know when people are watching that, they're like, "Oh no, don't cut the dust jacket." It's just like, don't worry. Even when I open it, I slice it so I'm not pulling down the corners. Try to pull it open slowly but surely. I don't know what surely has to do with it, but here we go. It's like unwrapping something very nice. Anyway, as it turns out, and I had to learn this online, this apparently is going to be the last volume of the Steve Canyon series, volume 12. So, now, granted, Milton Caniff's best work is the previously mentioned Terry the Pirates that we looked at many moons ago. This Steve Canyon's, I mean, it's a cool strip and all that, and a fun adventure strip, but you know, how long are you going to go on with it, right? This went on for quite a few years beyond this, so, and
It looks like a pop art.
well, it's what do you think, 69, 70, this guy, I mean, in terms of his art, he was very influential among comic book artists, more so than even this being. But I mean, yeah, it does have a very pop art feel to
So
it.
it's like the first page of each chapter is like colored?
Yeah, so there'd be like these would be the 6 weekday strips, and then the Sunday strip would be in color, right?
Is it a newspaper thing?
Yep.
I see.
So it's pretty cool. I like the fact that they got them mixed in here instead of just sometimes when people do reproductions of comic strips, they put the color ones towards the back for some reason or whatever. I like the fact that it's mixed in with this, right? So you get the feeling for week to week. And I love the color. I do love the color ones, but Steve Gagnon, I mean, like I say, it's still very, very well drawn, right? By good old Milton Caniff. But yeah, so this is the last of it. I like to kiss some of my books that are really good, right? Anyway, Steve Gagnon, definitely, definitely worth picking up just the artwork alone, right? Now, what we have next is something really cool. This is from Fantagraphics books. Actually, my last two are from Fantagraphics.
Macanudo?
Macanudo? Macanudo. But by,
Welcome to Elsewhere.
By this guy, Liniers, I think his name is. Yeah, Liniers.
Very wholesome kind of art style.
Oh yeah, it's an Argentine cartoonist. He's I mean, he has a really really strange sense of humor, but it's really kind of sweet and cool too at the same time. Like the girl who's Henrietta, and her cat, and she's doing stuff like she's always reading, stuff like that.
That's cute. I like that one. It kind of reminds me of Felix in a way.
Oh, it's...
Don't show me, show the people.
Okay, it's... But yeah, they're great little...
Let the camera go out of focus.
No. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure. But the, yeah, the cartoons are... I don't know, they're sort of have a neat, whimsical feel to them. Sometimes very funny, sometimes just very thought-provoking. But just great little cartoons. Some themes, like that girl Henrietta keeps repeating herself. There's a giant monster. Olga, I think, who just keeps repeating their name like Groot. But yeah, very cool. I like the drawing style too. But look it up anyway. Fantagraphics. I'm assuming is gonna put out more than just one of these books. But really cool ones, even simple ones like this. The penguin hopscotching across rocks to watch the sunset. So that's the cool thing about it that I like it. It was great. You know, interesting courting ritual there. Good luck with that. Just great little cartoons. Every one of them had a neat little. Yeah, I had an incredible dream. It was. Wait, what was it?
I lost it.
Another dream escapes. Right. So they all got Olga. They're. I've been thinking. They're my imaginary friend. What if someone's imagining me? That would make for a flimsy existence. And at night, Olga is not pleased as he's sleeping. Oh, she is sleeping. So yeah, a great little. Let's see there. Yeah. Oh, this is one I want to show. This is really cool. Check this one out.
How do you think they squeeze so much moonlight in there?
It is so cool. So yeah. Pull this back. Make sure.
Oh, and next up, guys, we have Mickey Mouse.
Yay! Our last book of the day. This is The Monster of Sawtooth Mountain. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Are we there, Yeti?
Now, with this one, this is one of the Disney Masters. They're called. These are put out by Fantagraphics. Once again, same folks who put out those. They're neat little volumes, and these are all basically Disney comics from Europe, and different artists on them, stuff like that. This is some guy named Paul Murray. Now, I can't remember whether or not Sam is a fan of his, but they him and Carl Fahlberg created Mickey and Goofy serials for Walt Disney's Comics and Stories that made a big bang in the Boomer era. So yeah, it's kind of neat to see some of these European editions anyway of Disney comics. I think they were, a lot of them, they seem to been given a lot more freedom, and the stories are a little bit more wilder in some ways, right? Some of them are pretty good. Scarpa was one of my favorites, but yeah, they're worth checking out. I think they're up to volume, oh god, 20 something now, of which I got a complete set. Of course. Oh yes, and that Steve Canyon, that book actually marks once again a complete set of the Library of American Comics. Da-da-da-da. Completed once again. Until their next book comes out, which is going to be soon. The next Terry and the Pirates volume, which I do have on order. But anyway, Mickey Mouse, the Monster of Sawtooth Mountain. So I mean, it's I don't know. I buy them anyway.
What else is Paul Murray known for? Do you know?
Not quite sure. I know he was around. Oh, they usually got a. Oh, this is a big long thing. I'm not sure. It was.
I guess it is an anime, the comic.
No, I think he did more the comic. He found a stable income at it. He experienced years of hard work and struggle to support himself and his family. He used his life experiences for the stories. Where he continued to draw until 73. They were not his sole output. He never wrote his own stories, okay. True script, stuff like that, so yeah. But anyway, Paul Murray this time around, and every volume is a different person too. Now they're out of sequence, it's just like, oh, here's another volume of this person or whatever. So, but I don't care, it's just like nice little treats of different ones. But out of all of these, it's probably the Miracleman, the Macanudo. The Macanudo, blah, blah, is definitely my new favorite. I went online, I found a lot of strips online of it, and they're just so cool. I love the drawing style.
It's very cute.
It is, and it's some places very mysterious and dark, and which I kind of like. You gotta like, but once again, like I love how Fantagraphics like the embossed here. Oh, there's the Man of Mystery.
The embossedness.
Yes, the embossedness of it all. But yeah, it's and on the cover there. But yeah, Fantagraphics does a nice little book. Anyway, I did put aside a couple of books that I did have that were so relatively new, but I figure I'll use them for the next episode. Now, as for the COMIX Positive, the typies, now that I'm almost finished the graphic novel, my lettering, and I did finish my my romance comic there the other week, which apparently is coming out, I think, next week or something like that. In the Newfoundland Quarterly, the oldest magazine in Canada, anyway, right? Which I don't know if that's saying that much anymore, right?
So you mean I'll no longer be the breadwinner and you'll have some income?
Quite possibly, yes. Yes, it might be. Okay. Donate now, please. Donate now. So I can take the loaf of bread away from Luna. And of course Thursday Comics with my other pal Dennis Osbourne. You and him are my only friends, obviously. No, that's not true.
What about Paul?
I do have Paul. Yes, that's true too. Mr. Paul Tucker, which I definitely got to have him on for an interview. Both interview him at the same time, right?
No, it's okay.
No. Okay. Well, I'll be nice to him though. I always am anyway. All right. But yes, so our graphic novel stringer is just a couple of months away. It's in the previews catalog right now, so you can pre-order it.
And you should.
Yeah, you should.
Because he's a local cartoonist who's a struggling artist.
Yes, exactly. Struggling very much. Very much today, too. But yes. So, and yeah, any donations, I do have that Patreon account under Alphabet Comics. Feel free to drop by if you like what we're doing.
And I do not have a Patreon yet.
No.
And if I did, I'm not sure what it would be yet.
Maybe just a general survival thing. Help me live.
I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking like doing a painting thing, but I'm not that good yet.
Me neither. And then, so I guess we'll be back next week, unless I get the flu again. If I get the flu again, I don't know what I'll do.
Find me on Instagram, Silicate.
Oh, yes, Silicate, yeah. And I'm not on Instagram. Yes, I am on Instagram, Wallace Ron Cartoonist. That was Sophia made me use that name, right? But anyway, that being said, thank you very much for your musical attention there, and I guess we'll do it a week's time from now. Hopefully have even more books. Well, a couple at least, depending on the money. If I get my checks on time. Okay, anyway, thanks for having us over, and see you in a week's time. Keep buying comics. Yay!